Good day to you out there, and welcome to another interesting episode of your program, Business and Economy, with a focus on the need to increasing your horizon on how to create more streams of income through talent hunt, particularly in the Agric value chain. I am Ile Emeje. The role of talent hunt in economic growth and development of nations cannot be overemphasized. In general terms, talent hunts are crucial for economic development because they help nations of the world to identify, nurture, and utilize their most valuable resource, and that is human capital. By fostering a skilled workforce, countries can drive innovation, increase productivity, and attract investment, ultimately leading to sustainable economic growth. Talent hunts help to identify individuals with the potential to creating new technologies, products, and services which are vital for economic advancement, while ensuring that individuals are placed in roles where their skills can be best utilized, maximizing their contributions to the economy. Specifically, experts say talent hunts are highly relevant to agricultural development in Nigeria as they help to drive advancements and growth in the sector. They affirmed that by providing support, mentorship, and access to resources, talent hunts can transform agricultural ideas into successful businesses, ultimately contributing to food security, economic prosperity, and job creation. Meanwhile, an Agric expert is also an economic analyst. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Trema Agro Limited, Dr. EMMANUEL Abusson, is my guest and will be joining me immediately after the business news. Stay with us.
This seizure is not
represented by the Assistant Comptroller of Customs, who also serves as the National Public Relations Officer of the service, Mr. Abdullahi Aliyu Maiwada. At the event, Comptroller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, Mr. Bashir Adeni Adewale, commended the commitment of the officers to curbing illegal practices and trafficking of wildlife, while highlighting significant achievements.
In line with these efforts, I'm pleased to inform you that on Friday, 5th June 2025, at approximately 21:00 hours, operatives of the Nigeria Customs Service, acting on credible intelligence, intercepted a 1x40-feet container loaded with donkey genitals along the Kaduna-Abuja Expressway. The interception was carried out under the coordinated surveillance by officers of the Special Wildlife Office, Customs Intelligence Unit, further confirming the persistence of illegal wildlife trafficking networks in exploiting Nigeria's corridors. After proper documentation and compilation, the seized items will later be officially handed over to the National Environmental Standard and Regulation Enforcement Agency.
Urging support of the public towards the effective implementation of objectives, the Comptroller General of the Customs assured of capacity building for better outcomes.
On 13 January 2025, the service handed over rescued tortoise to National Park Service in Oyo State. Several seizures involving specimens such as life-size lions, zebra heads, gorilla parts, and pangolin scales have been recorded in various ports and logistic routes nationwide.
In a closing remarks, the head intelligence unit of the service, Assistant Comptroller of Customs, Mr. Anuhu Mani, affirmed significant results recorded.
We have also seized over 6,000 kg of pangolin scales, 37 taxidermies, and the latest behind me are donkey genitals. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that we have 10,603 genitals in the container behind me. which represents 10,603 donkeys killed.
It is hoped that with the effective monitoring and enforcement of the service, trafficking will be reduced, if not eliminated. Ile Emeche ASO Television News. So glad to have you join us in this interesting edition of your program, Business and Economy. And our guest, Dr. Abusson, is here in our studio to discuss on the topic we caption as the talent hunt initiatives across sectors of the economy, particularly in the Agric value chain. Doctor, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Juan.
All right. It has been observed that talent hunt is a tool to ensuring economic activities of many countries of the world. What then is talent hunt to an ordinary man or a layman on the street?
Okay, talent hunt is just about identifying talents, skills that can be of help both to the nation and also to the individual. Because for every talent, it's first of all beneficial to the bearer of the talent and also to the community at large. So it's a way of identifying these talents, developing them, mentoring them, and also empowering them to be able to effectively execute this talent, or how will I put it, the use of this talent to benefit, like I said, the person and also the nation.
Can we say that we have such initiative in Nigeria across sectors of the economy? And when you're talking about talent hunt, the mind of an ordinary person goes to the sports industry.
Yes, or music.
Does it apply to other sectors of the economy?
Definitely, it's all around the sector. There are different talents, so it's just that the talent varies, especially based on the demand of this particular sector. Let's say for agriculture, we have different talents that are needed, innovations that are needed for it to become more effective. In power, for example, power in the power sector, in engineering. So talent is not just about music, acting or sports. Talent is something that it's all around every sector. Every sector needs talent for it to be able to be effective.
So can we be right or wrong to say that talent hunt is the same thing as skills development, or skills, the development of skills for people across the countries of the world? Are they the same?
Okay, it's just they are the same but slightly different.
Okay.
Yes, talent sometimes are something that you're born with.
Inbuilt.
It's being built. It's something that is like, that is your genius. Like it's something that comes from within you. But skill is something that you can develop. It's something you could learn and develop. Though talent also can be learned, but can either learned or like being shaped specifically. But they are intertwined, but just slight difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we say that talent hunt can ultimately impact the general well-being or economy of nations of the world? And in Nigeria, do you think that this has helped us to grow the economy in any way?
Definitely. So we look at some sector, for example,
Yeah.
like the music or the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
You see, it has been able to not just help the individual, even the nation. When we take a look at people like Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, they have been able to empower themselves, empowering their community, their society. Olamide, Don Jazzy, see, they have been able to empower themselves, empower their immediate community, and the people that are empowering are also empowering the world. So they also go out there, do their things, and also bring the glory to the nation. Apart from economic empowerment, it's also giving the nation a green light in the world. That okay, this is what Nigeria have been made of. So you look at the music industry, we are taking over. You hear the kind of revenue these industries are bringing into the country. One particular act can take a whole stadium in abroad, in the UK, in the US, and you hear the kind of revenue that they're generating through their talent. So it's actually an economic growth for the nation. So just like we look at other economy, like the oil sector and all of that, bringing in revenue. So this sector also bringing in revenue. And that's why you can see that even the skit makers, for example, where these guys who make skits and all of that, you see the level of revenue they generate. So, and that's why the government is even also asking that they should be taxed. So It's not just to them now,
Yeah.
that even the government want to benefit
Yeah.
from it. So it's a huge industry. Talent is a very huge industry, and nations that have been able to understand and identify how to develop this talent are also making a huge returns from them. Like the United States of America, for example, even China, for example. You see, before now, when you talk about technology, it's the United States of America, other Western countries that our mind goes to. But currently, China, India, the Asian empire are already doing a whole lot of things because they understand that talent development is a way to build the economy, human capital development. So apart from our minerals under the soil, the humans are another big resources we need, and we need to be empowered. And that is what talent is all about.
Okay. Do you think that such initiative can thrive in Nigeria? You're talking
Definitely.
about China and the United States of
Definitely.
America. Do you
So-
think that it can thrive in Nigeria?
Definitely. You see, it's just like I said, it's just the sector that we pay attention to that matters at the moment. So we pay attention to the music industry, to act, entertainment in general, and then also what we do, the talents are currently running around the fintech industries. At the moment, you could see Adela, and other organizations doing so much in the tech industry, but more focused perhaps maybe in fintech. You will see companies like MoneyPoint, other companies coming out of Nigeria, Flutterwave, for example, so coming out of Nigeria. So there are different sectors that are doing different things. It's just that we have not been able to harmonize it in other different things or integrate it to other sector, like maybe agriculture, enough yet, but this is something that it's also thriving in Nigeria.
Someone told me yesterday, he came to ask me, he said, will it be possible for the government to establish a federal ministry of talent hunt in order to ensure an institutional framework to look for these people?
Okay.
Is it possible?
It's okay. Now, you see, we try to create too many agencies, forgetting that there are agencies already being created to make this thing work. Let's say, for example, the Ministry of Youth Development. So I want to applaud first that it was Ministry of Youth and Sport, but the presidency felt like, okay, you know what, let's make it youth development. So what the Ministry of Youth Development is currently doing is to also develop talent, human youth development. And I can tell you number of programs going on currently at this particular Ministry of Youth. Matter of fact, one of our program initiatives to support agriculture talent development, the Ministry of Youth is literally supporting us. You could see the interest of the Minister of Youth also trying to make sure that he's staying in the office. It's not just to stay in his office. It's not just to sit in his office signing papers and all that. He's really committed. And there's a lot of collaborations going on currently between the Ministry of Youth Development and also digital economy, Dr. Tijani, Tijani. So there's a whole lot going on currently about youth development. The Ministry of Youth Development is looking at development around agriculture, around tech development, and then even also empowerment in terms of funding for them, access to funding for them, and also how these talents not just being developed but can also have an enabling environment for them to thrive. So there's no need for us to create another ministry, but rather empower the one that already existing. And also the way we talk about things that are not working in Nigeria, if we can start talking about even the things that are working, so that people can become aware. I can tell you, as at yesterday or this morning, we were talking with someone. The person is into fashion design, and I said, you know, as a fashionista, you can work to Bank of Industry, BOI, and get access to loan for facility. Some of these things you're looking for, they can provide you money for equipment, you know, at a single-digit rate. But she was like, wow, she's not aware. Now I said, that's it. Now you're aware. So tell others like that. So the government is already doing so much. I think we just need to complement each other. We need to complement them, and they should keep complimenting us. We
are all aware that the agri subsector or the value chains in the agricultural subsector contributes a lot to the revenue generation of the country. Now, as an agricultural expert, what have you done and what plans do you have to maximizing the subsector, given its contribution to the country's development, not just in Nigeria, many countries of the world?
So, Trim Agro Services, one of the things we do is to see how we can integrate digital platforms and then incorporate young people. We integrate technology, agriculture, and media for youth to enhance youth participation in agriculture, because we believe that the future of food security is youth participation.
Yeah.
When young people participate, we're going to be food secured, because what drives agriculture in other parts of the world, and they can see sources, is technology and mechanization. And these are avenues where young people can actually develop, how I put it, express their talent, express their strength. Because our old people cannot do that. Technology is driven by knowledge. Yeah. Mechanization is also driven by knowledge, and these are young youth-oriented scope of work. And aside that, we're also putting off a TV show currently that we believe that will change the perception of young people towards agriculture.
Perception is very important.
Yeah, because one of the things that have limited young people being participating in agriculture is perception, how they see the agricultural ecosystem. Before now, you see, when the world is changing, Nigeria or Africa, we lag behind. So before the discovery of oil, Nigeria was heavy on agriculture.
Agriculture was a mainstay.
So we had the gradual pyramid in the north. Now we are heavy on production. So from production we export. Now we're not concerned. These granules we're exporting to these places. What are they using it for? So after they're done with processing, maybe oil and all of that, they bring it back. And because we are eating these things called imported, we think we are big men, you know, we are rich people. And then, so it affected our food value chain. So because our food value chain was broken, it affected how we see agriculture. So we as the producer, as the primary producer, we're not making as much income as those who process, who added value and send it back to us. Then after a while, the media production, or I would say the production, the media perception production started giving us a perception that Africans or agriculture is poor. So you see an old man with Holland cutlass, and that is the picture you see that depicts agriculture.
The
then
images they show to us.
And then the Western world was able to create this particular mind frame and discourage us from agriculture. So when he will control our mind, control our everything. Yeah. And then the media is all about agenda setting. So the media tells you what to think about and even how to think about what to think about. So it's now time for us to use the media to change this perception that agriculture is not actually a business for the poor.
It's big business.
But it's a big business. It's a real thing. In fact, for you to be if you want to be an agriculturist, you need a whole lot of funding. To get a tractor, to get one of the cheapest tractor right now, you are talking about 30 to 35 million naira. So if you're poor, you can't even get a tractor. So agriculture is actually, it's expensive. It's very demanding. However, it has the potential to reduce unemployment rate in Africa. If Nigeria want to, if government want to fight unemployment, they should empower agriculture. They should focus on agriculture, because for every value chain has the capacity, the potential to reduce unemployment. Because when we come up from production in the farm down to even taking it from the farm to the warehouse or to the market, to processing, to distribution, we're talking about a whole lot. The marketing. Then again, we talk about animals. So we're talking about tractors now. There was a time the government of Kogi State bought like 100 tractors. As of today, you can't find 50 tractors in Kogi State. Not because the government are not. No, when we buy, there's a value chain we have not even hacked yet. The maintenance of tractor, the way we have mechanics handling Toyotas, handling vehicles, we need engineers too that can handle our tractor. So that, like for example, the Niger State government bought 1,000 tractors, to boost farming. Yes, I have to tell 1,000 tractors. The government of Niger State also. I want to appreciate the Niger State government. They are trying so much, and I also hope other state governors will also
try the same line.
Yes, especially for states that are agriculturally enabled. Kogi State, Benue State, Zamfara, and every state in Nigeria has something to do with agriculture. Yeah. If we can do that now, when we buy this tractor. Even the federal government, is it 2-3 weeks ago? The government of the federal government also unveiled some tractor spot where the president had to commission that at Gwagwalada here in Abuja. Yeah. When we buy this tractor, because every government keep buying tractors, either yearly or 2 years, every two years.
Where are the tractors?
Now, when they break down, we don't have engineers that can fix them. So you just see them being packed, being destroyed and all of that. So we are looking at the fact that these are also talents, these are also sectors, areas that we can also focus on youth development. And that's one of the things our TV show is trying to look at. How can we look at? So the season 1 is called Show Me the Money. Because when you talk about agriculture, like we said, there's a perception that is for the poor. So we're trying to see young people, there's money in agriculture, and we're here to show you the money. So these are some of the few things we're doing, and we believe that can also help us change perception in agriculture.
Changing the perception will take a very long time. What do you think are the measures which the government, and for those of you that are stakeholders in the agric subsector, can put on the ground, can put in place to encourage these young ones? When you're talking about technology, yes, a lot of the young ones they are blessed with technology. But which other way do you think the government can encourage the young ones to go into agriculture, to see agric as big business in Nigeria?
All right, so the government is, like I keep saying, we have so many programs already in this country. It's just about our young people showing a level of interest. We know that perception is going to take time, and that is why we're doing our best to make sure we use the media to keep setting the agenda. Ours is to set the agenda. The way you felt like music, acting is big money, and we have seen actors who have seen musicians who fall sick and couldn't even afford to pay their bills. So it's not as though when you get there's a big breakthrough. Just like when we have many Nigerians and want to jackpot, want to go to the UK, want to go to the US, you just want to get out. It's not as though if you get out, you go to these countries and you'll be picking money from the floor. No, it's not possible. We might argue securities and this, but we've also seen in the US where somebody just come to the street or go to the school and open fire. So, matter of fact, there are places in the US that have more casualties in terms of gunfight than here in Nigeria. It's just that there's a perception already. There's a way the media has painted these countries that make them look like they're heavens and they're like paradise on earth. It's just so in Nigeria here, we keep using the media, to make sure that we set the agenda. Sweden, for example, is doing so much in agriculture. Even the Ministry of Youth Development, like I said earlier, is also empowering agriculture. Office of the Special Advisor to the President on Agriculture is doing so much. We have the Green Money Project that is also going on already, and even the Nigerian Agricultural Land Development is also doing something. It's like, you know what, if you're a young person, you want to go into agriculture, you want to do land development, we're here to support you with microfinance, with grants, with funding for you to be able to do this. Even Bank of Industry also. The Bank of Agriculture just got recapitalized with 1 trillion naira from the Ministry of Agriculture, and over 200 billion has been disbursed already. So what are we saying is for them to make funding available, because one of the things we need is funds, and the government is already doing the best to make sure this is done. So what we need to do is the private-public partnership, the PPP. Let the government partner with private bodies, especially private bodies that are really committed to do this. And the government should be less self-centered. It's the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Let it be for the people. Yes, let it be for the people. Let every policies, every programs be for the people, not just for them in the office. You see, it's about posterity. It's about posterity. I can assure you that no matter how much you say you want to steal to keep for your children will not need it. Let's take a look at Warren Buffett, for example, Bill Gates. They give everything they have worked for to the public, you know what, we're donating this to charity, use it to help people. Our kids can take care of themselves.
Lift people from the level of poverty at least to an extent.
Our kids are going to take care of themselves. If I am Warren Buffett's child and I'm doing business, my father's name is already a big currency. So what our leaders should understand is their name is the currency their children need, not the money they steal to keep for them. So that they can be able to serve the people. Let's stop this scarcity mentality. Now I'm the minister of this. Let me take as many. Yeah, let me take as much as possible. It's scarcity mentality. It's poverty. That is still poverty in Agbada that is talking. You don't need it. Your children don't need it. The public needs it. If they say do this program for them, do it. And your children will even be proud of you. Posterity will judge you, So That is the only thing I can tell. Because when you look at our government, I'll keep saying it. We don't have policy problem. We have politics problem. We have we have people who are selfish, who are self-centered.
That has disrupted the implementation
process
of many policies.
If you take a very good look at Tinubu's policies and programs for this nation, I can assure you, it is a program that will make any nation great. I'm not just trying to speak for the government. If we even take a look at every government before Tinubu, every government, Yaradua, Goodluck Jonathan, Obasanjo, all of them
Government had
something.
policies.
So when you take this and we are going to see people who are selfless to execute this, Nigeria will be great. So we just need to be less selfish, more self-aware that there is a people we are called to serve. It's a service.
Yeah, because if we tell people that the government is doing a lot of work through policies and other stakeholders, the banks or the specialized banks of agriculture, mortgage bank and the rest of them giving loans to SME and what. The question that is in the heart of an ordinary citizen is, okay, no matter how robust these policies are,
it doesn't
what
get
is the impact on us?
Now,
how is this impacting on our daily life?
You see, information is powerful.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want information away from your breakthrough. So if we keep getting the right information, I've seen people who have nothing, who know nobody. Sometimes, you know, because of the way Nigeria has worked over time, they feel like you need to know somebody that knows somebody for you to get the things you need. However, there are some places you can walk into. Bank of Industry, for example. All fairness to the DG and CEO of Bank of Industry, it's one place that you don't need to know nobody.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure, 100%.
The Nigeria factor.
The Nigeria for today, Nigeria of today.
The Nigeria factor is not.
I can tell you. I have testimonials. No, this one I have testimonial. Don't also forget.
Because that has been the problem.
Yes, I'm a child of nobody. I'm a child of nobody too. That I have no, I know nobody. I know nothing. In fact, when I call my father's name, they'll be asking, who is your father? But these are places you can walk to. I was also surprised when we wrote to the Ministry of Youth Development. I know nobody. I do not have anyone.
The right thing was done.
The right thing was done. I know nobody. I have no insider that will help us facilitate it. Even the Ministry of Women Affairs. Honorable Minister Imam, I want to assure you, these people are working. I wrote to the Ministry of Women Affairs, and they responded. We had the meeting, and for the first time,
this is very interesting.
I tell you that they said, in fact, they said we can have virtual meeting. So we are even going to save you the cost of coming to the office. Yeah. Let's have virtual meeting. I was like, wow, Nigeria is working. But if you sit in the comfort of your house, assuming Nigeria is not working, it's not going to work for you. Like I said, in the Ministry of Women Affairs, I know nobody, I know nothing. We wrote and they responded to us. However, you see, when you have a project that speaks to the heart of the country, the country will respond to you. We just need to then see it beyond yourself. With the little resources we have, we thank God for the kind of things we are doing, because we have the government and also some private people who said, wow, this is what you're doing for our nation, we're going to support you. If we become less self-centered, self-seeking, and we start seeking the good of the nation, I tell you, the country will open for us. The government of Tinubu, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is trying. The other area, see, you know, the work to be done in Nigeria is too much. So even the one that the one you are doing is not looking enough. Let's stop doing criticism of handshare. It's tough. When I got to Rwanda, I knew it was not going to be easy. I put in effort. And see, when some people say some kind of success we had in Rwanda, I was like, it was not working like that in Nigeria. No. You don't know the effort we put in that country. Yes, you don't know the effort we put in that country. You go to Kenya, you don't need to know the kind of effort we have put in some of these African countries. But because we have put in the work, there's surely going to be result. In Nigeria, if you put in the work, not ignorantly now, when you put in the right work and also know how to knock the right doors, things will happen. I can assure you, I don't need to run out of Nigeria, because Nigeria alone is work, and when you do the work, it will answer you. I'm talking about a country of over 250 million people. Money Point just started. Money Point is already becoming a unicorn. Flutter will become a unicorn right from Nigeria here. So we are this. When I talked about unicorns, these are businesses that have done over $1 billion in terms of valuation. So Nigeria is working. Adela broke out of flutter wave. They're already talking about being a unicorn. Africa has 14 unicorns, 11 are Nigerians. So there's potential in Nigeria. It's just that before you can hit the market, what is your size of idea? How big is your capacity? There's a software currently we are developing to hit the Nigerian agricultural ecosystem, and already our investors are saying, wow, this is awesome, this is amazing. We need to also know what we know. What do you know in terms of talent development? We have an agro hub where we're also bringing young people, come, let's hear our ideas and let us see how we can also modify these ideas and make them good. So apart from the TV show, we also have how they call it, innovation hubs, where we build ventures. We look at your incubations, we incubate your businesses for us to make sure that agriculture becomes viable, agriculture becomes profiting. It's happening in other world. It can also happen here in Nigeria.
For those who believe or have this perception that for anything to become viable in Nigeria, you must have a godfather, what would be your advice to them?
Okay, anything you believe is true. Yes.
So if they believe it cannot
work, it won't work. See, the world is a beautiful place, but if you believe that it's a threatening place, it's going to threaten you. If you believe, when I was in Amman University Zaria, I know nobody. I got on campus, I was on urban regional planning, and my lecturer looked at me and said, "You are not meant to be in this department." And I left, and I said, like, how? He said, when it comes to drawing, you are poor, so you don't need to be in urban regional planning. Why not think about mass communication? Then so me and my friends discussed about mass communication, and I had a dream, and I saw myself in mass comm, and I went to meet the HOD, and I blessed Professor Salah Suleiman. He's the HOD of mass communication then, and when I approached him, he said, well, okay, this is what you want, and wrote me a letter, and I was accepted into mass communication. And before I left that department, my program was shortlisted by the school as one of the most viable and profiting interesting program in mass communication. So as soon as I got to mass communication in my 200 level, I started a radio program on our campus radio. We got organizations like Airtel started supporting us because of, you see, when you have idea rules the world.
Yeah, it does.
I was, like I said, I'm a child of nobody. From Kogi State to Zaria, my parents would give me 5,000 naira. It's my transport fare and also my pocket money. I transport then from my village to school, 3,000 naira, sometimes 3,500. Then I'm left with 2,000 or 1,500. And then I will still buy book. I'll go to bookstore, I'll buy a book of 500, sometimes 1,000. So anytime I buy a book of 1,000, I am left with hunger. So I'll buy Rich Dad, Poor Dad, all of those series and all of that. I want to know. See, knowledge is not just what you learn in school. Sometimes you need to self-educate yourself. Now, from mass communication, I am now in the agricultural space. Now, also in the finance space. As we speak today, I'm a member of National Credit Institute of Credit Administration, NACA. And our aim when I joined them is to see how we can bring innovative financing to agriculture. How can we allow, because agriculture can be powered only through financing and it can be powered through credit. And that is how other nations are doing it. And now I had to now start educating myself once again in finance. Then I went to do masters in business administration, doctorate in business administration, because I want to know better so that I can provide better solutions. So if you believe he's Godfather, I have no Godfather. So nobody in Nigeria can say today, this boy, I'm the one that made him. You can't say it. Yeah. Right? I only had mentors. People can say, okay, no, do it like this, don't do it like this, do it like this, not do it like this. That's all. So you need to also submit to mentorship and not see your mentors as sponsors. Your mentors are not your sponsors, so they don't owe you anything. Okay. Nigerians owe you nothing. You owe Nigeria everything. Because the reason why God brought you to Nigeria, or the reason why we are bet in this country, is because God knows that you are a solution to this nation. It's like a game of puzzle. And every piece in that puzzle matters. So if you're not there, Nigeria will not work. And that's how I say myself, that if Nigeria must work, that means I must work. Yeah. So until we start seeing ourselves that we individually play a role in this nation, we'll keep complaining. We'll keep saying this person is not good. Okay, good luck is not good. Let us bring Buhari. Buhari is not good. Let us bring Tinubu. Okay, Tinubu is not good. Let us bring this person. Like that, like that. We'll keep changing and we will not get the result we are looking for. America is not being powered by just government. Facebook is individual. Microsoft is individual, and these are the guys that run America. There was a video I saw that changed my life forever. It's called Men Who Built America, and there is no government there. They only talked about Vanderbilt. They talked about J.P. Morgan. They talked about Ford. Ford vehicle, Rockefeller, you know, and J.P. Morgan, all of that. These were the men that built Carnegie. These were the men that built America, according to the video. Then I told myself, that means I'm going to be the one that will build my nation. I'm from Kogi State. And anytime I see Kogi State, and they say, Kogi State is this, Kogi State is this, I don't blame the government. I blame myself. The question I keep asking myself, which day am I going to build my state? What can I do? So until you start thinking like that, then the universe will start giving you ideas and will start bringing people your way. You see, ASO TV is bringing me here because there's a burning passion the ASO TV have seen. So when you keep burning, people keep seeing your fire, and they want to bring you to the place where people can see you. And until we do that, no, it's not Godfather that brought me here. It is the passion a presenter here saw and said, you know what, let's have you on TV. So if all of us keep burning, the world will, you see, if you set yourself on fire, the world will watch you burn.
If you set yourself on fire,
the world will see you
burning. Okay, tell us about the upcoming program. What is it all about, and how do you think this program can help us to change our psyche, our belief system that the agricultural sector cannot in any way improve our development, individually and both on the side of the government?
All right. You see, agriculture is the pride of Africa, and I'm glad that I'm African, and everything we do is about Africa. So the TV show is we bringing in 37 participants, the 36 states plus the FCT, to compete for a 20 million naira winning prize. And we believe that this will also help us challenge young people. From the people who are registering already, we're already seeing that, wow, there's this energy. You know, our partners are also reaching out like, wow, this is amazing, we love this. And the state and the federal government, I want to say a very big thank you to Niger State government. When we approached the Niger State government, they gave us facility for this project. We're talking about 1,000 hectares.
As a man that believes in agriculture.
You know, when we wrote letter to it, now I don't have Godfather in Niger State. We wrote our proposal and we submitted it to the Niger State government house. And the next thing is we got a call that we have received your proposal.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure. 100%.
Nobody helped you to
Nobody. There was no connection. We wrote our letter in Nigeria. Wow. We wrote our letter, and the next thing is
in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
That means things are working.
See, I have a belief. I'm a member of family worship, and we believe one thing. We are here to create impact. We are the people that make things work, and with that belief, you know, faith is a powerful thing.
Yeah.
I have a faith that we can move the mountain. You know, we have a faith that we have dominion, and that was the faith I used. So we wrote our letter and we prayed, God, God help us, go ahead of us. And we submitted. And the government of Niger State saw it, and they minted it to the Ministry of Agriculture.
No
Godfather.
Anyway.
That was the first. The day we were called for the meeting was the first day I saw the Minister of the Commissioner of Agriculture. And for the state, Niger State, and we had our presentation. And after our presentation, the PAMSEC, Dr. Matthew Ahmed, he immediately stood up and said, oh, I love this idea. And you know, we were many that came for presentation that day. So each organization will stand up, you do your presentation. Yeah. And after our presentation, Dr. Matthew Ahmed, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Agriculture, stood up and said, I love this. This is my card. That was the first time I was going to get his card. And you know,
it's very hard to believe this.
See, Nigeria is working, and that's why I'm calling their name. So that if Dr. Matthew Ahmed said there was somebody that introduced us, let him say it. That was the first day I was going to see us. That was the first day we were going to see him. And immediately he wrote to Brains and Hammers Greens that, see, we need your facility, we need house for this participant. And Niger State is going to be the first to host the Agriverse TV show. And we believe it's going to be edutainment. It's going to be educating and also be entertaining.
Right.
You see, people should just watch out for what's about to happen. Because a lot of work have been put in place to make sure that this will not just educate the participants, even the viewers, I can assure you.
For the lack of time or the want of time.
Yes.
Sorry. How do you think this upcoming program will help the young ones to improve their well-being in general?
Okay.
Either across the agricultural value chain, in entrepreneurs, and other small businesses.
Okay, definitely.
At least to reduce the unemployment rate in Nigeria.
So what we're trying to do is to encourage, even as insignificant as people think micro farming is, backyard farming. So this is what we're trying to do, skill enhancement. So for our program, it's about skill development. They're going to see it. Every task is to develop every skill. And we're looking across all the value chain. So if you feel like I don't want to do fishery, there's poultry for you for the project. There's this for you. There are different tasks. There are different value chain. And as you sit to watch us for the next 60 days, because it's a 60 days program, there are skills you are going to pick. And after the show is also our mentorship program. You need to see the lineup of our judges, our lineup of mentors. So after the show, we're going to have like a 6-month capacity development, all for free, for those who have registered. Because for people who are registering, are already been onboarded. So we're going to start with them so that they become our testament that yes, agriculture has the potency to eradicate poverty and also reduce unemployment rates. Right. And we thank you for our partners who are also ready to make sure they contribute to the well-being of agriculture and our nation.
Agriculture has the potency to make Nigeria great again, but you have a responsibility to play, and that is to think big. Think agriculture as big business, and then change your narrative in order to seize the opportunities available in the agri value chain in Nigeria. That is the opinion of my guests, and with that we have come to the end of today's program. I am optimistic that with the Talent Hunt initiative, the issues of unemployment and poverty will be drastically reduced, if not eliminated. The analyst we have been speaking with is an Agric expert, Dr. EMMANUEL Abusson, and he is the managing director of Trema Agro Services Limited. Doctor, I want to thank you so much. I believe after your program, we'll call you again to continue in our enlightenment program in order to impact the economy.
And I also want to say a very big thank you to ASO TV. You know, their support and encouragement is big for us. I want to say thank you so much to ASO TV.
Ooh, that's a very good one. Thank you to ASO TV. Thank you for all our viewers out there. Thank you for the government. Thank you for everything. And to you out there, we sincerely appreciate your time with us on the program. Enjoy the rest of our programming. I am Ile Emeche.
Thank you so much.